As y'all know, I covered Georgia Tech and was at the game tonight, and this was a requested video for several subscribers, so I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my thoughts on the game. Now, Georgia Tech lost this one 89-66. The game wasn't really close at all, to be humbly honest with y'all. Pittsburgh jumped out after the first made basket by Georgia Tech. Pittsburgh jumped out to a 10-2 lead and never really relinquished it from that standpoint. And like I said, Georgia Tech never really got close. At one point, it got to 37-15, and then at the half, it was like 45-26. But the key early on for Pittsburgh is they was knocking down threes. They went 4 for 6 from 3, 6 for 10 in the first half from three-point range. One of the guys that was cooking in this game was off the bench, and Brandon Cummings. He had dropped 23 off the bench in this game, but he was getting to the free throw line. He was hitting shots at a high level, and he did what he was supposed to do. Off the bench, they had 39 points for Pittsburgh in this game. They also won the points in the paints battle as well. I think it was a 28-18 advantage. So to me, it just felt like Pittsburgh could get whatever they needed, whatever they wanted, whenever. They had no problem controlling the tempo of this game. They was knocking down shots, defending at a high level, forcing turnovers. Georgia Tech, I think, had 14 or 15 turnovers in this game. So Pittsburgh pretty much got whatever they wanted. And then Idrisitis was one big off the bench as well for them. Drops, I think, 16 points. He did everything he was supposed to do off the bench. He was phenomenal as well. So, yeah, man, it was a game like Georgia Tech you have to win. You don't want to lose this one after playing, Miami tough in the second half, coming back. It's just they felt flat. It didn't look like the effort was necessarily there compared to other games, and they struggled. Now, for Georgia Tech, the key thing is, though, I think they need to run more ball pressure. I think they wait till they're down 20-plus points to run ball pressure and affect the game where they go for runs. You have to pressure people 94 feet. Look at Virginia and what they're doing. Not to bring up another ACC team, but they pressure the whole game. They have Chance Mallory come in and give them a spark off the bench, and they make it difficult for you throughout the game. They also have enforcers. Georgia Tech has lacked in that this year. No disrespect to Baydongo, no disrespect to Muhammad Salah, who's been dealing with the injury, or Peyton Marshall or Cole Kerouac. But this was supposed to be the strength of their team. And lately, in the last two games, they've been getting punished in the paint. Teams are having a field day in the paint. Look at Malik Renew in the last game, and Coral Gable. You look at tonight, the big men for Pittsburgh had their way. So I don't know if Baydongo is dealing with an injury or what it is, but he doesn't look the same. That's kind of hurt the team. And then they're not getting enough from the perimeter. Kawasi Reeves also struggled in this game, 3 for 10 shooting. He usually plays pretty well for them, and it's usually their spark. The spark today, though, was Cam Kraft. Cam Kraft dropped 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting from the field. He knocked down 4 3-pointers. And also, Davi Ramagin was the other spark for them. He played 20 minutes, only gave him 3 points, but like Coach Stoudemire said in his presser, he got it done on the defensive side of the ball. But you're going to need sparks. You need something, whether that's a strong defensive player, a guy that can put the ball on the floor and score, which I think Akai Fleming is, but you need more of a spark. Now, I like Akai. I think he can ball. Do you move him to the bench to give him a spark off the bench for you? Do you move him? Do you have Akai and Jaden Mustaf be your players off the bench, but let them close out games? And then do you start guys like Lamar Washington and maybe Davi Roggeman to set the defensive tone? You need tone setters, I think, is what Georgia Tech is missing a little bit. And early in games, you got to get guys going. Like Cam Kraft, at least he should have 1 or 2 shots early on in games. Find ways to get early offense to set the team in rhythm. The reason I say Cam Kraft, bring him off of a back screen, have Baydongo curl off, then that's going to set up the defense in a perplexing situation. Are you going to defend the 3 against Cam Kraft? Or are you going to fill the potential lob threat with Baydongo and allow Lamar Washington to run that because he leads the league? I think he's one of the top assist guys in the league with 7 per game. Turned it over a lot today, but that could be your first move. Just do something to put the defense in a quandary, I think. They make it too tough early on in games. Find your best, read. Find your best player and let them cook. So at 10-8, 1-4 in ACC, it's a tough spot for Georgia Tech. As you guys can see, it wasn't a whole lot of people there. It's a team that's still trying to figure it out. I'm not going to crap on them like they suck because the talent is there. I think they just need more effort and they need to, kind of change a few things. Again, they need a spark off the bench. They need somebody to come in there and get buckets. And they got to do a better job of defending the rim and not these slow starts because the slow starts are killing them. If they can jump up on the team and play at a high level, they should be able to win. So, yeah, y'all, that's my thoughts. I know everybody wants Damon Stoudemire out. I get it. I would say let's see how the season finishes. Was ugly tonight. How do you respond? You're going on the road, potential for a quad 1 or quad 2 victory against NC State. How do you respond as a team on the road? Then you have Clemson coming up on the 24th. These next 2 games are going to tell us a lot about Georgia Tech. If they can win both, hey, you're not that far off. 3-4 in the ACC, 12-8 in overall. You're going to have to string together some wins now. So, yeah, y'all, that's my thoughts. I know people want Damon Stoudemire out. Let's see how these next 2 games go. If it's ugly like this, yeah, might be having to have a difficult conversation after this.